that passage from Matthew's Gospel describes for us what seems to be steps in a process. First do this. If this doesn't work, then do this, then do this, then do this. And what Jesus is trying to convey to the apostles is the fact that in Jesus' world, in the world of the kingdom of God, in the world of the church, the primary goal should be to promote unity. And if we perceive there is division, we need to engage in a process where we try to achieve unity again. And that directive also should affect how we relate with one another. Because what is essential for the church and what is essential for the kingdom of God here on earth is that we promote unity and not be instruments of division, divisiveness, causing tension amongst the members. So that's something that we have to be mindful of. But the first line of that passage is something I think we could easily skip over. What does Jesus say? If someone has sinned against you, you have to begin the process of healing. So we don't want to do that. I've been sinned against. I have the right to cut you off at the knees, and I'm justified in that because you have hurt me. That's what the world says. But notice that right away he says, if you're the one, I forget the exact wording, but if you're the one who has been sinned against, you start the process of healing. How many of us want to do that in our lives? And the only way we can even begin to start to do that is through an openness to God's grace. Because we want to hold on to our moral territory, our righteous space, and we want to hold fast to that, and then that directs all of our actions and our behaviors. So it kind of ties right in with Jesus saying in another place, before you bring your gift to the altar, go and reconcile with your brother. It's the same thing. You can't hold on to all this anger and resentment and then present yourself to God. You have to deal with that. And more importantly, you have to ask God to help you to do that. Because from our human perspective, it might seem insurmountable. And on our own, it is insurmountable. But with God's help, we can move beyond that. Because we know what happens when we cling to all of those things. It affects us. Spiritually, emotionally, even physically. It starts to wear us down and turn us into persons we're not supposed to be. So we sometimes feel that it's our right to stand our ground no matter what. And the Lord is saying, well, you certainly have to have respect for yourself, and you certainly need to make use of the gifts that you've been given, and you need to be able to say that something is right or wrong. But you have to be careful that your pride doesn't get in the way of your motives, your deep motives. Because in the end, if you are a member of the kingdom of God, if you are a member of the church, if you are a follower of Christ, your goal is healing. Your goal is unity. Your goal is not about yourself. Your goal is to be part of something greater than you. So think about those words that Jesus shares with us in Matthew's Gospel, and ask the Lord to help you to begin to move in a way that takes the emphasis off my rights as much as it is more concerned about something greater than I am, and to bring instruments of healing as opposed to bringing division into a certain circumstance.